Today I will show you a bunch of secret tips and tricks in Stalker 2 to make you the ultimate stalker, and we have absolutely no time to waste as the zone is calling us. So let's start off with number 1 on the list. You know about those sparks, those electric anomaly things that always seem to stalk you when you're near them and then keep tracking and following you till they explode right in your face and kill you? Well, not a thing anymore going forward. See, these things are attracted by the artifacts that you're wearing. Remove your artifacts in any place with these things and they'll simply leave you alone. Put your artifacts back on and, well, immediately regret your decision because they will reroute towards you and kill you. And for those that have multiple artifacts and can't be arsed, well, a quick way to remove all your artifacts at once is by simply unequipping your chest armor. You might think that vendors have a set stock of items and gear, but you can actually let them restock and also import new items. And for me personally, I find this very useful for the purpose of getting all weapon attachments in the game. For example, I just bought this trader's weapon attachments, all of them. And then I can reset the trader's stock by simply sleeping twice, and that will not only refresh their stock, but also add new items, as you can see. Especially useful in areas where your bed is close to a trader, like in Sultansk. And this trick can significantly quicken up your quest to find all your personally desired weapon attachments. What is also nice is this little bar. Have you ever noticed this blue bar? Well, it's the blue bar of how loud you're being. The bigger it gets, the more noise you're making, and the bigger the chance that an enemy will notice you. Sound you make can be from a variety of effects. It can be as small as the sound of your footsteps to your stomach growling from you being hungry and you neglecting all the delicious food in the game yet again. However, if you maintain the blue in this bar and keep it at a minimal by mixing staying stationary and not engaging in sound creating actions, you can stealth kill your way through the game like a professional. By the way, enemies won't notice you if you flicker your light or just keep it on for a few seconds only. The weird flower artifact in the very first zone also provides a nice buff that helps out with stealth. But stealth kills will not always be set up properly for you, so make sure to use your bolts to lure enemies into spots where you get itchy fingers. Yes, the sound of your bullets can act as a distracting force, and this also means that you do in fact have the supernormal ability of telekinesis by manipulating your enemy's position at all times. Call it an anomaly. However, what is supernormal too are these mutants, and yes, we all know by now, annoying creatures that will drain all your ammo and it takes like 6 hours to kill one. Or do they? See, these creatures have not evolved enough to know the mind-boggling ability of jumping. And us humans are of course the kings and queens of jumping. So what you want to do is find yourself like a set of boxes, a car, a dropped closet, anything that you can jump onto that will give you a height advantage. And then just relax, eat some popcorn while you see the mutants go berserk in front of you and giving you all the time of the world to destroy them. I would highly recommend a weapon with high penetration and damage, like a shotgun, for this purpose, as I have personally found it to be the easiest way to quickly take care of these creatures. Now, generally speaking, I would avoid them as they don't give loot, but sometimes, yeah, you don't have a choice. And the tip I just gave you, oh, it is going to make this activity pleasant again. What is also pleasant is you finding random NPCs in the world when you're out all alone adventuring, as a lot of these NPCs will act as glorified merchants, and you can reduce your weight mid-quest or mid-adventure with just gotten loot that you wanted to sell anyways and get money like this. But not even in my wildest fantasies did I dare to think that people actually use their guns as a melee weapon to destroy the game's loot boxes, like the medkits, the ammo containers, and the good party stuff boxes. But it is a thing. It is safe to say that you don't want to shoot these things with your guns to break them open, as it's a waste of resources. But don't use your melee attack with your gun either. Why? Well, look at this. You might think this is an efficient and quick option, but every time you use your gun as a melee weapon, it drains its durability. And not only that, no, the knife is just superior in every way. Your knife doesn't cost you anything and it has a longer reach too compared to your gun's melee attack's reach. So we can only conclude that using the knife here will enhance your gaming experience. You know what will enhance your life and gaming experience as well? The standing desks from FlexiSpot. Thanks to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video. Now, the benefits of standing desks like these include lowering risks of diseases as well as pain like back pain, and also promotes better blood flow as well as reducing the risk of weight gain and obesity. Overall, there are a variety of effects by using a standing desk that are beneficial to your health and lifestyle, and I'm here specifically going to promote the E7Q. One example of a great standing desk, but it also works as a dining table or a workbench, for instance, thanks to the various dimension options. Its height can be adjusted between 65.5 and 130.5 centimeters, and raising or lowering the height of the desk is very easy with the controller that is included with the package. It has a load capacity of up to 300 kg, it's got 4 motors and 4 columns, making it a very stable desk. And then it has useful technical specifications like an anti-collision system, a child lock, a memory control, and a USB charging port. It comes with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day return policy. On the side of FlexiSpot, you can easily navigate through all their products, and there are Black Friday discounts till the 2nd of December. For example, the E7Q that I just showed you will get an up to 50% discount. So definitely make sure to check all of that out with the link in the description. If you want to experience a form of Black Friday in-game, however, then make sure to compare traders. See, for example, in Restock, this trader, Eugene, will give you more money for your items compared to the other trader in Restock. It is also tied to your standing with different factions, as when your faction is green, you can get discounts as well. Always compare traders in the hub and what they want to buy your stuff for before you sell all your juicy loot. It can be a difference of thousands and thousands of money. Restock is a good place to sell anyways though, because Ragman is the man and he will also buy your red gear, but just don't sell your regular gear to him, only the red ones. Pretty much all the traders in the game won't buy your gear actually with the red icon, which indicates that your gear is broken, but this guy doesn't care and will buy your broken stuff either way, offering you a nice option for extra money. Extra money? Are you worried about repairing and upgrading costs? Well, no longer. The best way to get a lot of money legitimately is by selling a lot of weapons. The game is flooded with yellow weapons, and with the previous tip you have also a source for selling red weapons too. You can sell all of these in bulk, and it can be several thousands per weapon, and it does rake up quickly after every trip. However, what happens if the spoils of your adventures result into just too much juiciness with too much good loot and you can't possibly carry all of that? Well, simply just use somebody's body. It will give you a bunch of extra weight capacity, and you can load their dead body up with all your loot and then just move back to the closest base. You can get a lot more loot this way, and I've definitely used it myself, and sometimes you'll just get a lot of loot and you have to do it. Make the trip back to the closest base, and when you arrive, no one will care that you're actually carrying a dead body on your shoulders. How convenient, right? And also, the dead body that you use as a personal chest will just stay wherever you put it forever. This guy is just simply not going away. But mentioning weight, have you ever had this? Randomly, you become over-encumbered. Mid-fight? Well, perhaps you're running the weird ball. See, this legendary artifact is great. It makes you a lot more tanky. However, it does so by absorbing the damage and converting it into extra weight, up until 5 kg or so. Then after that, it starts dropping off again back to its 0.5 kg original state. It's still a great artifact, as it gives you a lot of extra sustain, and also showed you how to get it right away in my Get OP early video. That, by the way, I would highly recommend you to watch as well after this video, of course, as it shows a lot of extra tips and great gear options at the start of your adventure that are not in this video. But what is in this video is, however, even more tips regarding weight management, as the more you play, you will see how incredibly important this gets. The 4 biggest ways to improve your weight capacity is upgrading your armor, using armor that increases your carry weight limit, using artifacts that provide you extra weight capacity, and finally the Hercules pills, which are amazing and you will sometimes just loot them randomly for completely free. However, on top of all of that, you can manage your weight and make your life really easy going forward by first of all removing all ammo that you won't actually use for your next adventure. You can see what type of ammo your guns use by hovering over them, and this will highlight in the relevant ammo. And then I would personally refer to not bring food or even drinks, as they will always be pretty much on location and you don't even need to loot those things. Just by eating the lower tier food like sausage and bread while it's still in your dead enemy's inventory, you pretty much will never get hungry. And then regarding the other stuff, you only need a few grenades, a few medkits, and a few bandages. Something like this in my opinion. Going forward, you will fly through the map. Okay, enough about inventory and weight capacity and management. We need to talk about jumping. But jumping is unfortunately also very heavily tied to your weight. See, if you have too much weight, your jumps will pretty much take an entire bar, so you can jump 2 times, maybe 3 times if you're lucky within one cycle before draining your entire stamina. However, if your weight is good, you can jump up to 7 times before your stamina fully drains, as you see. So it is another thing that benefits from good weight management. During quests, you'll frequently have to jump on things, and if you can't consistently do that, well, it's going to make things more tedious and less efficient for you. These little, seemingly completely useless notes scattered in the most random places can actually be very useful, because they can contain important information like the coordinates of an amazing loot-ridden stash. I saw some concerns about whether you can actually sell quest items, but the answer is yes, when they've become obsolete. And how do you know if they're obsolete or not? Well, active quest items cannot be sold anyways, as indicated by this orange/red type of indicator, while quest items that can be sold lose that indicator and you are 100% safe to sell them. If you are able to sell them, it means they won't be used in future quests. There, I have erased all your concerns. Concerns like bleeding out through the glass shards anomalies in the game are not a thing anymore either, as you can crouch through them to negate their effect like this, but they can also function as a see-through cover or a barrier against enemies because they in fact absorb all bullets. You can use that very well to your advantage, just like the fast travel points in the game. Make sure to find the guides in every city indicated with this marker and they will quickly bring you to another city. Artifacts obtained from many spots in the game are variable, so if you're hunting a specific artifact, make sure to save in the area before looting it. Redoing the artifact hunt can then result into you obtaining a different artifact. But artifacts give radiation, right? So a lot of them won't be very useful, you might think. Well, that is partially true, because you can get a gear upgrade that allows you to use whatever you place in the green slot without any radiation effects. And there are also artifacts that will negate the radiation of other artifacts, providing you another great option to use whatever artifact you want to use without getting penalized for it. Make sure to pick up as many side quests as possible. They provide very good rewards and money, and a lot of them will be near your next main quest place or can be done en route. So it is very efficient to do them while you're traveling like that. Now the game has a lot of environmental secrets and you really have to pay attention to what happens around you, as it can reward you with nice loot. For example, this place right here. This abandoned boss that you might initially think is just a random background object. However, if you go inside and look, you'll see these numbers on the back of the seats. And if you then count the number of tapes that are laying on a few particular seats, you will be able to deduct the corresponding number for every digit in a 4-digit code that you can insert in the building next to this boss and open the secret room there to get nice rewards. So it definitely pays off to pay attention at all times and investigate and explore everything in the game. And we have to end on Skip's pistol, the gun it all starts with in the game. See, this handgun is very slept on. It's extremely good and extremely efficient. It loses durability very slowly and will rarely break. However, if it does, it costs barely anything to repair it, nor do the upgrades for this weapon cost anything really either. The ammo you use for it is very cheap and can be obtained everywhere in the game, and this gun can be customized in all kinds of ways, like putting a silencer on it, and it can kill many enemies in the game with just a single shot. And you can't get rid of it anyways, as you see. It is 100% worth it to use this gun as much as you can. If you liked the video, leave a like, make sure to subscribe to me and let me know what kind of tricks you've personally found in the game in the comments.